Hello, hello. Welcome to today's messages. Let's tune in, tap in, turn on the frequencies of the earth. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yes, yes. And all the cottonwood leaves have stretched. They've dropped all their caps and unfurled and reached for the sun. And then it was gusty yesterday, so they got to blow in the breeze, flow in the current. Yes. Yes, those little leaf buds, sticky little leaf buds, stick to Mims's butt like crazy. And then every time you try to pull one off, it pulls her hair and she takes it personally. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing when you try to help somebody and they're like, why you hurt me for? It's like, I'm trying to help you. Don't force your help on people who can't receive it, right? But be there to offer. Show them it can be done. And then people gotta do what they gotta do. Okay, we've got humility. Beautiful. Yes. This makes me think of humbleness, right? To be humble, to have your hand on the divine without letting it get to your head, right? To be one with the divine without getting a God complex. This is the recognition that we are all possible. We are all possible. We are all potential. And it is through our journeys of remembering ourselves, finding all the shattered, fragmented pieces and stitching them back together. A remembering, right? Yes. And then recognizing that everyone has this potential, this power. Not everyone chooses it. Not everyone goes through the process of acquiring it, but everyone can. And this should be humbling. Yes, you are special. Yes, you are unique. Yes, you are a pioneer. Yes, you are doing the things before most of the people are doing the things. But, right? This is giving me the grounding so that you don't fill up with air and float off into the stratosphere. Okay, we've got duality. Okay, your masculine and your feminine, your light and your shadow, all of your aspects, creating wholeness, oneness, and you remaining humble by it, right? For it, because of it, with it, as it. All of the things. Okay. All of the things. Okay. The divine masculine and feminine within. I mean, it can feel pretty empowering, right? We are meant to be empowered, feel empowered, re-empower ourselves. But we need to balance this, right? This is that always checking in to quality control so tyranny doesn't happen, right? There's a fine line. There's a fine line. Okay. Let's see what Rune wants to add to our dualistic nature. Wow. We've got Hagulas and Wunjo, which is another example of this duality. Okay, we've got the sharp sting, the lightning bolt, the sudden shift, radical change, and joy. Okay, joyful abundance, prosperity, peace. This is the force that cracks open the shell, right? And the joyous newness that springs forth, that is birthed from within. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. There will be good times, there will be bad times. It is about the times, right? The ebbs and the flows, the balance, the dualities of all things. This also acts as a humbler. This is why there's that whole bit with Jesus washing someone else's feet, right? There is nothing to there's nothing we shouldn't be able to do for others. Something like that. Being of service to others is a way of holding, embracing, engaging in humility. Okay, we've got a fast moving energy. So I feel like it's a sudden radical change that is going to bring joy and balance into your life. Is coming in quickly. And it's going to require you to remain humble, right? It's like suddenly winning the lottery and you could be like, right? And what am I going to do? And I will hire all of you just so I can fire you all, right? Tyranny. Things go crazy. So to be able to remain humble, it's like, okay, I'm going to create businesses so that I can hire people and give them work to help them in their lives, right? Full stop. No, so no crazy making. Yeah, people's life and karma are their and consequences to choices that they make are their own reward, right? And so you don't need to attach any of your energy to anyone else's path. Just focus on yours and what you can do to help others along their path. Okay, so we've got an Emperor, a completion, and the King of Wands coming in here. So this is interesting. Lots of ways to read this, okay? The Emperor is the business guru, the ruler of an empire, right? Making choices for the good of all, taking action, requiring sacrifice, dedication, duty, right? And the get it done guy, okay? And then the King of Wands is the visionary, the passionate, the balanced, right? The focused, the action from the passion center, from your sacral and your solar, right? Fire, hot heat, focus. And then the world, okay, this is like a completion, like a revolution around the sun, a full circle moment, right? A year in review, a comeback around. So lots of masculine energy flowing into the world. Okay, this is also spotlight and central. Your actions having effect on the world. This is another aspect of your humility, your ability to remain grounded, sturdy, stable. I'm getting the stance, right? Your karate stance, where you've got a central, balanced fluidity, plastic, so that anything can come at you from any angle and they're not going to knock you over. You're all standing, with your feet, and you're kind of like whatever, and somebody pushes you, you're falling over. But when you're sturdy, stable, grounded, you're able to flow, but you're not going to fall down. Okay, something about that. Okay, let's see what else comes up. Okay, I'm being led to read these two. Wunjo, joy, pleasure, belonging, kindreds, and prosperity. The joy of it, okay? And disruptions, endings and beginnings, transformation, radical change, and completion, okay? So, completion. And this swift energy that is moving. So, something joyful. Okay. Duality. The the ebbs and the flows, cycles and rhythms, process, dedication, just flipped there for half a second. Steady dedication, right? We've got the Hermit here. Look at this Hermit energy, right? Holding their flame, being drawn to another, following the pathway. Then we've got this movement, this Knight of Cups, holding the cup to deliver. And then we've got the Queen of Hearts, the being in her, Queen of Cups, the being in her heart space, creative, compassionate. So messages of love coming to a hermit coming out of hermit, delivering a message of love, of creativity, of compassion. This is also the process, right, of becoming one able to deliver messages from the heart. All kinds of things. We'll put them back in there. Okay. Let's get cards that drop out. Drop out for us. It's like, okay, here you go. Yay! Okay. Celebration time. Come on. Do-do-do-do. It's your divine spirit team celebrating you. Okay, I want to say something about collaboration, perhaps something in your material world to celebrate, and your ability to discern what. I feel like there will be many things on offer for you, and you need to check in and assess how your body responds to it, right? This is that checking into your nervous system. Is this a pathway that is going to bring joy or not so much joy, right? Okay. Celebration time, come on. It's also communication, right? Swift, intellectual conversation, the sword of truth. What's this? Trusting, having faith in the unseen. I feel like this is part of what you've been doing, right? If you've been here, this is what we've been doing. We've been holding the faith. We've been trusting that the seeds are germinating. And gaining strength, right? And holding building strength and courage and fortitude, I want to say, right? Self-care, preservation, strengthening and courage. Yes. The lion doesn't run after anything all willy-nilly. It holds and conserves its strength for the big game, Okay, we've got the Tower coming out. So that's confirmation of this Hagalas here, this sudden radical change, this disruption of the norm, of the usual. I feel like this is what you have been strengthening for. Your experience up until now is your strength training ground. It is what has been transforming you into an emperor, into one able to discern and affect the world positively, joyfully, balancedly, in duality, right? Duality also speaks about the physical and the ethereal, which we were talking about yesterday. I think it was yesterday. We talk about it often. You know, all the more reason to hold your humility, to remain humble in the face of God, right? When miraculous things are happening to you, when miracles, when manifestations are appearing and signs and synchronicities are overlapping multidimensionally, where you're glimpsing the divine, it can feel expansive and overwhelming. That is when it is crucial to ground in. We are of this world, so we have to make sure that our roots are sturdy. Yes. Okay. We'll go through one more time, starting after this shuffle. After this shuffle. Okay, Queen of Wands, spark of inspiration. A divine counterpart, sparks a creation. Sparks a creation. Sparks inspiration was where I was going. So, someone coming into your life, this is that collaboration I think I was getting. A collaboration with a divine counterpart. Wow. We'll turn the wheel in your favor. Okay, beautiful. Plus, look at all these cycles. So many cycles are cycling. Yeah. Okay. 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 Well, now that's all figured out. Let's get some of these ones. That one. Six of coins. Beautiful. Giving to the less fortunate. This is part of your humility, right? When you're in a position to help, to give, do so. In this figure, we've got this elder giving coins. I'm also getting, because I feel like these bugs right? They're all little bugs that each received a coin. They're all going to go in their separate directions and invest that coin and have fruition in many areas. So this could be many areas of income coming in. Should we pick one more? I'm just gonna grab one from here. Yes. Okay. The Emperor again. So that confirms this, right? It's part of your empire building, is helping many areas grow. I mean, if you think about it, it's delegation, right? To create an empire, or like, say, a festival, you hold the big picture as the emperor and you delegate to make something magical happen. Something about that. Okay, let's get a power card. Speaking of all this emperor energy, 2 emperors came out here. Okay, this is crazy. The towers, the joy, the moving energy, the celebration, the focus, the dedication, the strength, right? Your balance, your humility, affecting your wheel, the world. Wow. Illumination. As darkness comes, the mirrors of your spirit reflect different images. It is the time when the world changes and your being begins to glow. Reflect on the new vision that has been living on the perimeter of your consciousness. An idea is stalking you and awaits your invitation, a place within you to begin life. The totality of your creativity comes after you have begun your work on the sacred painting of your life. It is then that the muses of inspiration surround you like eagles and cheer you on to illumination. Take responsibility for your work and your life, and then illumination will follow. Wow. Wow. And it comes with another thing. What number was that? 37. The painting is entitled Liberation. Beautiful. It portrays the liberation of the spirit. The glow around the body is the astral field of energy. The flowers symbolize enlightenment of the spirit encased within the magnificent vase that is the physical body. This painting depicts illumination in the earthly realm, with the sphere of the universe behind and around the entire form, denoting higher consciousness. The eagle of the east is the messenger from the earthly spirit to the great spirit. Beautiful. And there's something about 3. There's something about 3. 3 wishes, 3 gifts, 3 boons, 3 opportunities, 3 areas of investment. Being successful. Okay, and we'll get an astral card here. That's not how we're gonna shovel it though. Like so. Okay. Let's get an astral card. Thank you very much. Sometimes you have to sing it into being, right? 10th house authority, and it threw itself on the emperor. Okay, so we've got some major authority vibes going on here. Okay, 48. If your chart or a village map, the 10th house would hold the courthouse, government seat, and the public face of your work. Here is the arena for your most public self, your relationship to authority figures, and your role as a leader. Wow. Action. You are being asked to step up and take on the next level of personal authority. It's hard to build something without a clear blueprint, so look at your definition of a strong leader and decide whether you need to amend it. This is that humility, the quality check control, right? So that there's no tyranny. Remember how you felt as a kid about your parents, the school principal, priests, police, and teachers, and observe whether they used their responsibility wisely and encouraged you to develop yours, or whether you needed to rebel to be safe. Notice your relationship to the concept of divine authority and investigate if it is something to be feared, ignored, or expanded. Did it offer you safety and refuge? These patterns affect both how you react to outside authority and what you expect from yourself as parent, professional, or leader. Sort between the trials that worked and those not worth emulating. Deconstruct assumptions about authority that no longer serve you. Authority is no longer what other people carry, it is what you are developing within. Take responsibility for healing old wounds around empowerment and create new blueprints. If needed, tell off someone who abused their authority, either in person, in therapy, or in a letter you burn and release. Get the training and certification you need. Create a mental collage of good role models, people who led in a way that empowers others. Create a clear picture of a competent, responsible, lovable, and empowering authority. Step into that role and be that pillar in your community and family with confidence. Wherever you are in your evolution, it is time to take the next step up the mountain of leadership, empowerment, and accomplishment. Beautiful confirmation. Okay, the challenge. A bully is a parody of true leadership. Be careful not to mistake power over other people as equal to empowerment within. Beautiful. I felt like that part was bringing the humility in, right? This check yourself before you wreck yourself. This service to the good of all, right? This is the Emperor of Love way. Yes, gorgeous. Okay. Get a couple love messages. You are worthy to run an empire, to lead by example through your personal authority, right? Through your balance, your humility, your grace, your generosity. your heart, your gratitude. Yes. Be the smile on someone else's face, right? If you're like, everyone is beneath me, well, you're a thorn in everyone's side, right? Okay, you are divinely blessed. You are divinely blessed. See it, recognize it, own it, acknowledge it, and be humbled by it. All things are possible. Don't allow doubt, allow faith, allow trust, allow potential, allow yourself to be divinely titillated, I wanted to say, divinely supported and gifted. Your heart knows. Trust your heart space. Trust the work you've done on your internal regulation system, your nervous system. Listen to it when it speaks to you. Yes. Release the resistance and let it flow. Let it flow, let it go. Yes. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, beautiful. That is the gorgeous spread. Look at this. Look at this. I can't believe 2 emperors. Confirmation. Okay, we've got love and gratitude. Beautiful. Love, joy, peace, freedom, right? Freedom to sing your song, but also to fly. Gorgeous. We've got the fairy realm supporting your vision, supporting your dedication. We've got the dragons also helping you cut away anything that gets in the way of your joy, your quality joy. Okay, we've got the quality of your joy. Look at this, coming fast. Releasing the resistance moves energy quickly in your favor. We've got the angels here. They are loving and supporting you through this shift, through this radical change. You are held, you are protected. Trust the process, right? You are worthy. You are divinely blessed. Look at this. This horseshoe landed right on there. Okay, it's going to seem like luck, but it is the divine blessing you. We've got the horse here, frolicking, playful, and magical. Okay, look, it is a unicorn. There is a tiny horn there. And so, something about don't forget to be playful. Just because you're a big boss doesn't mean you can't play, okay? And then we've got made for an angel here, okay? So, this is part of your purpose, part of what you were always meant to do, to lead, to be an example, to guide, to serve, to protect, and to be gorgeous. Okay, look at this. Yes. Your wish is coming true. It is coming into being, and you can feel it. Trust your intuition. It is guiding you to it. You are meeting each other en route. Look at this. Look at this. right? Humility, duality, balance, releasing resistance, flow, wheel turning, the world, the completion. Okay, beautiful, gorgeous, and like a wow. Like a wowza. Amazing. There you have it. That is it. The reading for today. Love and appreciate you, and hope to see you in another reading. Bye for now.